sound. From the beginner to the professional, from the novice to the master, from playing and experimenting with things to create a masterpiece in art. Hi, I'm L.V. Smith, host of the show Sounds Within, where our art is sound. We're carrying on the tradition of singer-songwriters, and I couldn't think of better than having someone who comes from my favorite little place called Grayson's Toontown, where I find a lot of great performers in the art of music, especially in singer-songwriting. We have Evan Zengemeyer, right? Mm-hmm. I did that right.
That's my correct last name, although I go by Evan Z on stage because Zengemeyer is pretty big mouthful.
It's relative. You wear it with pride. You wear that on your sleeve. I love Zengemeyer. But that's okay. Now, you bring a great tradition of singer-songwriter, but we're going to go back to you. Mm-hmm. What makes Evan Evan?
That's a great question. I think for me, what I feel like I stand out in, I guess, as an artist, or what draws me in, maybe that's a better way of answering it, what draws me in musically is curiosity, really, at the end of the day. And I think that's how my beginnings musically started was, you hear these sounds, and obviously music makes you feel, right? And I just remember feeling a certain way when I heard music at a young age. And I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I think that for artists or musicians, we have this thing in our head that you can hear it or you can see it or whatever it is. And I had those noises, and I had to figure out a way to get them out. And this was my chosen vehicle. It was first the violin, and then I hit puberty and realized that the girls like guitar. So then it became the guitar, and I'm glad I chose the guitar.
I have a feeling this guy's trying to skip questions, but I'm going to nail him with the other one. I want you to dig back to your memory banks, far back as you remember. Yeah. What was the very first sound you ever remember hearing?
Man. To be honest, what I really remember at a very young age was the sound of a lawnmower. For some, I remember my dad mowing the lawn, and that consistent tone, I liked it a lot. I did, and I ended up actually getting, those little lawnmowers, the toy lawnmowers that have the bubbles that come out. I ended up getting one of those because I wanted a lawnmower, and I think it was the sound of it, that I really dug. Yeah.
You know what? We must be relatives because I was turned on to power mowers too. But
man,
so we related. Now, what was you were talking about how the sound, what motivated you to grab the guitar. Why do you think that was so?
I'm still trying to figure that one out too. I think the guitar, there's a boldness in the guitar. And there's certain bass players I love. Obviously, there's drummers. I really love some of my favorite musicians are drummers, but I think it just fit me personally. It's like I like kind of the energy of the guitar. It's like right in front, and it's got
the swag factor.
It's got a swag, and it just fits. I like to think I got a little bit of swag, so it fits.
Yes, you got a lot of swag. Why don't you bring a little swag on that guitar? What are you going to play for us?
My first song I'm going to play for you guys is one of my originals called Somebody Change.
Somebody Change by Evan Z. Take it away.
Oh girl, look at just how far we've come. And I'm so glad you're still the one for me. Will you help this hopeless man believe? Hey babe, I'm sorry about all my nasty scars. And living under them's been so hard. It's hard for me. But that you've helped this selfish man be free. And I ain't sure where this road will go, and the more I learn, well, the less I know. But it seems to me, while most things stay the same, love can make somebody change. Love can make somebody change. Hey lady, you said that I was better than the rest. Or maybe you just chose to see the best in me. Now this man ain't the boy that he used to be, and I ain't sure where this road will go, and the more I learn, well, the less I know. But it seems to me, while most things stay the same, love can make somebody change. Love can make somebody change. Ooh, make somebody change. Make somebody change. Ooh, ooh, make somebody change. Make somebody change. Oh girl, look at just how far we've come, and I'm so glad you're still the one for me. And I ain't sure where this road will go, and the more I learn, well, the less I know. But it seems to me, while most things stay the same, love can make somebody change. Love can make somebody change. Love can make somebody change.
Hi, I'm L.V. Smith, host of the show Sounds Within. When I'm not producing television, I like to look at Behind the Curtain with Eric Bailey.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Ready or not, here I come.
Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
Evan Z doing Somebody Change. Oh, there are too many people that have changed for the worse and need to change again, as far as I'm concerned. Now, how did that song come about?
That song, it's actually a funny story behind that song. I was dating a gal, obviously, right? And I needed a good anniversary gift. And I was meeting her in Tahoe, Lake Tahoe, if you're familiar with that, in Northern California. And on the drive there, I wrote the chorus to that song.
Wow.
That's kind of my favorite writing spot is driving. Kind of after 45 minutes into a longer drive, you kind of hit that subconscious. You kind of can just think, and it's some of my best writing times.
I call it the Pink Floyd factor. It's like multimedia. You see things, then a certain sound just hits you right there, and you start absorbing it all.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Pink Floyd effect.
Yeah, or it could be the Todd Rundgren Utopia effect. But it's all relative. But back to you. Obviously, you have a wide palette of sound. Where do some of your influences arrive from? Who are they?
Definitely a lot. I'm definitely an amalgamation of all the voices before me. Man, really, most recently, this last year, if I could define, each year by an artist, I feel like we have seasons of life with certain artists, and they influence those seasons. And Joni Mitchell in 2016 she changed the way I listen to music. She really did.
I would testify to that. I remember she began in the late 60s as a singer-songwriter in the folk vein.
Right.
And then in the 80s, she hanged out with Charlie Mingus, who went to Charles, and so I could see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, Joni really personifies the complete artist. Obviously, she was a painter, and as a lyricist, and so a poet, and as a guitar player, and I didn't actually think of her much of it as a guitar player as I did a singer and a songwriter first. And then if you listen, man, her record, Turbulent Indigo, the guitar playing on that record is mind-blowing. She has transcended whatever that is. She's there.
Very underappreciated.
Absolutely agree with that.
Meanwhile, back with you. Who are some of your mentors?
I was fortunate enough to go through USC Studio Jazz Guitar program. Yeah, it really kicked my butt pretty good. And although there was a number of guys who were so big in my life, there's two guys, or at least the guy at USC, his name's Bruce Foreman. Yeah. Yeah.
For those of you out there, explain who Bruce Foreman is.
So Bruce Foreman, he's arguably one of the best swing jazz guitar players alive. Truly an incredible guitar player, very exciting playing. He's just like, it fits his personality. He's just he's a fiery player, and he plays amazing lines, and he plays them really, really fast. And that's kind of his thing. Anyway,
Passionate guy.
Very passionate guy. And what he really helped me with was just thinking in the jazz context. But to me, in jazz, it's so in the moment, but it requires a looking ahead of where you're being in the moment, but you're always kind of looking ahead to where you need to go next, and kind of using your intuition to follow it. And he really kind of helped crack some walls for me as a musician. So definitely super thankful for him.
So you could say that jazz is actually an evolving form of music, as most musics are. From one moment, it's very structured. Next thing is kind of freeform.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think jazz, to me now, more means it is a mindset. It's more of a spirit of music, and I think it's the spirit of being in the moment and being just free to improvise. And part of that requires, obviously, a certain level of technicality on your instrument, but it's more, again, I think there are artists who are not virtuosic instrumentalists, if you will, but they definitely have that heart of a jazz. Well, Joni would be an example of that. She wasn't necessarily someone who would blow crazy lines, but she was definitely a jazz
She made her
musician.
mark. What are you going to do for us now?
So this next song is a song called City of the Lonely. I'm sorry, and it's actually a song written about L.A.
That is truly a city of the lonely.
Mm-hmm.
City of the Lonely with Evan Z.
The city breeze is best driving on a highway. Minding windows are open. Gonna let some of this hope blow in tonight. 10,000 souls here surrounding me. I wonder where they're going. I wonder what they're hoping to find. 'Cause when I wake up, I foam within the line for the 100 millionth time. I convince myself I'm fine. It's another day on the journey to the other side, running that punch clock divide. As I long to feel alive, I must be in the city of the lonely. Finding my way in the hustle and noise, all this moving and confusion, creating an illusion of life. Gotta remind myself what this race is for. It can't be traveling by painted lines, billboard signs and anxious minds. I wanna sing a song I'm not just singing, but I believe. 'Cause when I wake up, I foam within the line for the 100 millionth time. I convince myself I'm fine. It's another day on the journey to the other side, running that punch clock divide. As I long to feel alive, I must be in the city of the lonely. In the city of the lonely. Under the light of a million stars, driving next to 1,000 cars, it's hard to think it's all about me. When I'm shouting out above the city noise, a still small and peaceful voices, nothing in this city can fill the need. Or just take a look outside your window, see the angels flying free. 'Cause when I wake up, I foam within the line for the 100 millionth time. I convince myself I'm fine. It's another day on the journey to the other side, running that punch clock divide. As I long to feel alive, I must be in the city of the lonely. In the city of the lonely. In the city of the lonely. In the city of the lonely.
Hi, I'm LV Smith, host of the show Sounds Within, which comes on Fridays, 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Hey, be sure you tune in and watch Thursday Night Live with Jeff Hodge, Thursday at 10 p.m. See you then.
This is Evan Z. You're watching Sounds Within, hosted by LV Smith.
2, 1, go. City of the Lonely by Evan Z. Folks, don't be lonely tonight. We have Evan Z in the house. This is just great, man. Let me tell you, that was powerful stuff. How did that song come about?
That song, I at least started when I first moved to LA. So I moved to LA, it was 3 years ago this last August. And I came down to start my program at USC. And you just like anyone who moves from a new, town to a new area, you don't know anyone. And I think it's definitely a song about my own personal experience, but it's also what I felt like I saw in the experience of the people in LA. And really kind of the most memorable part of the writing of that song was actually, I remember sitting on the 110 freeway on my way home from USC. I was living in El Segundo at the time. And
What a drive.
I remember seeing, you know, they have that big carpool lane, and there's just thousands and thousands and thousands of cars right next to me in dead stop. And that carpool lane is wide open. And to me, that just said, man, there's all these just lonely people in their car, and where are we going? What are we doing? You know, and that's, anyways, where this heart of the song came from.
That's powerful. 4 million people plus, and then we're still lonely. Well, we're going to get back to you. What are your future plans? What are you doing right now?
You know, right now I work as a teacher. I work as a photographer.
And where do you teach at?
I teach at Grayson's Toontown, one of the places I teach, and I teach for another company called Red Pelican Music in the West Side. So I'm spread around all over LA County. And then obviously work as a musician, work as a guitar player and singer-songwriter. And singer-songwriter, that's really the passion, if you will. That's what I want the future to bring. But really, I love art, man. I love the power of art, and I love, if I could just spend the rest of my life digging into the depths that is art and use this and share that with people, man, that's how could you ask for a better life, you know?
Where can people see you?
You can find info about where I'm playing and my songs online at evanzee.com. That's EVANZEE.com. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. I do a lot of photography work on there as well. I'll keep people updated of where I'm playing in town or out of town. And my Instagram handle is EZISME. That's easy is me. And I think that's it so far.
Wonderful. Okay. There's your camera. For the future Evan Z's out there to be like this man here, what words of wisdom do you have for the future Evans?
You know, I would share, try to find who you really are and embrace who you really are. And that requires looking inside yourself continually and not looking to others. But there is power in that search, so continue to search.
In other words, love thyself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great, great. I want to thank you, first of all, Evan Z, to come on Sounds Within. And what are you going to take us out with?
Well, this last song is a happier song. It's called The Simple Things.
Simple things. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think the heart of the song is it's the simple things in life that matter, and we should pay attention to them.
Yes, we're always sweating the small stuff, folks. So, learn to appreciate that small stuff while you can. You never know. You may not have it anymore. Evan Z, thank you again for coming.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Evan Z, taking us out with the simple things from the show Sounds Within. Peace.
When it comes to you and me, we know that love comes easily. It's not something that we've got to prove. It's just the simple things that we do. It's the simple things that keep us strong. It's the simple things that keep us holding on. It's the simple things like them big blue eyes and the way they look when they look in mine. Now I remember the night we first met. We told stories I'll never forget. Not to mention that crooked smile. That's when I knew that I'd be here for a while. It's the simple things that keep us strong. It's the simple things that keep us holding on. It's the simple things like that squeaky laugh, the one that sends me to the moon and back. Now there may be times when we lose our common ground. We may tear each other down, but it won't last long. 'Cause we got the simple things. Now time may make us old and gray, but hearts like ours won't even age a day. 'Cause even when we're 92, one, two, and girl, I'll always be in love with you. And I know that you love me too. It's the simple things that keep us strong. It's the simple things that keep us holding on. It's the simple things, baby, just you and me. The simple things are really all we need. The simple things, baby, you and me.
Hi, I'm L.V. Smith, host of the show Sounds Within, which comes on every Friday, 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. When I'm not producing that show, I like to watch James Jones Jr.'s show, which is called Anybody Can Play Guitar, which comes on Fridays at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. See you then.